Hello everybody. This has been quite a gap in between races, but today I figured we'll go and do another one. This is race number 2, the second points paying race. This one is at Darlington, the Darlington night race. Let's go to the field of all the drivers who are in the race. Of course, some drivers failed to qualify, but these are the ones that have qualified. So if you don't see your driver on the roster, the reason is that they failed to qualify. So 003 car is David Ruderman. He is instead running his Burger King scheme. The 01 is Mark Martin. The 07 is Clint Boyer, and the 10 is Scott Riggs. The 11 is Denny Hamlin, this time running his Kinko scheme. The 12 is Ryan Newman, running a different scheme, as well as Joe Nemechek, also running a different scheme. Sterling Marlin's back in the 14, and Paul Menard's in the 15. Greg Biffle is in the 16, and Matt Kenseth is in the 17. The 18 is JJ Yeley, and the 19 is Elliott Sadler. The 1 is Martin Truex, and the 20 is Tony Stewart. The 21 is Ken Schrader this week. And the 22 is Dave Blaney, who won the 500. The 24 is Jeff Gordon, and the 25 is Casey Mears. While the 26 is Jamie McMurray. The 29 is Kevin Harvick, this time running the Reese's scheme rather than his normal Pennzoil scheme. In the 2 cars, Kurt Busch, and in the 31 is Jeff Burton. In the 36 is Jeremy Mayfield, failed to qualify for the Daytona 500, but did qualify for this race. And in the 37 is Bill Elliott, also failed to qualify the 500, but is in the show. In the 38 is David Gilliland, and in the 40 is David Stremme. In the 41 is Reed Sorensen, and in the 42 is Juan Pablo Montoya. In the 43 is Bobby Labonte. And in the 44 is Dale Jarrett, and in the 45 is Kyle Petty, and in the 48 is Jimmy Johnson. Also racing, not full time, but is racing, the 4-car Ward Burton, who made the show, and Michael Waltrip in the 55. Kyle Busch is in the 5, and Jeff Green is in the 66. David Reagan is in the 6, and Johnny Saunders is in the 70. As well as Kenny Wallace in the 78. In the 7 is Robbie Gordon, and in the 83 is Brian Vickers. His teammate is also in the race, missed the 500, but AJ Allmendinger is in the Darlington race. Ricky Rudd's back again in the 88, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in the 8. Tony Raines is in the 96, and this is actually kind of strange, but the 99 car did fail to qualify, which is bizarre. So he will be missing this race. So sucks for a bad start for Carl Edwards, but we'll see how he does next week at Bristol. And finally, Casey Kane is in the 9 car. Let's cut to the track where we'll get ready to go green. Okay, let's look through the field. I'll scan through the field. Most importantly, the 17 Kenseth is on pole next to Ryan Newman. The Ricky rode with a really nice start in qualifying, and he's right next to Kurt Busch. Gotta look out for Tony Stewart and Mark Martin. We're very solid in the 500. And look at Michael Waltrip. He not only qualified, but is starting pretty high up. And Bill Elliott in the 37 did not make the 500, but he's looking for redemption. Let's see if he can pull himself from the top 15 in this race. Even getting a solid finish would help that team out a lot. And as well as that 36 car also crashed out of the dual race, dual number 1. But we'll see if he'll do better. And finally, in last, Scott Riggs. We'll see what he does at the start of this race. See if he can make up some spots. My picks for this race are Matt Kenseth. I think he's gonna be solid, as well as Ryan Newman. And my next picks are going to be Mark Martin in the 01 and Tony Stewart in the 20, as well as Kevin Harvick in the 29 and Jeff Gordon in the 24. Those are the guys who I'm picking, and I think the 25 is going to have a good run, but we'll see what happens. Let's cut to take the green flag. So yeah, go cut now. Pace cars in. Kenseth and Newman side by side, ready to take the green flag. Here we go, coming to the restart. Here we go, green flag is out, green, green, green. We are racing at Darlington. Kenseth now looking out ahead, in front. Further back. You see the pack racing off and down the back straightaway for the first time in the race. Caution flag is out already. Caution flag. Oh, it looks like Reed Sorensen's torn up. They did not even make it one lap. You see Tony Raines in the 96 and Ken Schrader in the 21 also with some damage. Oh, and Bill Elliott. Not a good start to this race. Caution flag on lap 1. Casey Kane's torn up. See Johnny Sauter. This is a big mess. It had to be some sort of checkup or something. We'll go cut to the replay now. Oh, we'll go cut to the replay now, but what a mess and what a crazy start. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering what happened, but Reed Sorensen is probably not going to be finishing this race. Let's cut to replay now. So it starts out with Casey Kane behind Bill Elliott. Oh, and Kane just gets in too far and runs into the back of Elliott, and that just piles up several cars. You see David Gillen went around in the incident. Casey Kane obviously done. Let's get another replay of that incident. You see the green flag waving, and again Kane gets in deep, runs into Bill Elliott. They all pile up, nowhere to go. Most of these cars, see Sorensen running in the back of Gillen, I believe. Also spitting out in front of, I think that was the 37. I don't remember. Maybe the 96. But someone else spun. Let's get an onboard here. This will be a great depiction of what happened. This is riding with Scott Riggs. They get together. They all come down the track. See Sorensen running in the back of the car. There's Sorensen right ahead. I think he ran to a 36 possibly. But get ready to go green again. We did not start the race off clean. We'll see if the restart will be any better. Let's go to the restart here at Darlington. Kenseth and Newman. Kenseth first, Newman second. Lap down is Casey Kane in the 9. Pace car's off. They're in the restart zone now. Kenseth with a great jump. Newman behind him. Green flag is out again. See Newman with a great jump. But that 12 car is going to take a little bit of a higher line into 1, and now coming out 2, he might get a better run. And now Kane holding off the 48 car Johnson. Going into 3. Yeah, Kane now holding up Kyle Busch. Johnson now on the outside, Busch on the inside. Here comes Tony Stewart in the 20 as well. Look further back, Ricky Rudd there. He's in fifth. It's going to get really close with him in the 2 car. Oh, Kyle Busch in the wall. And sideways and Kyle Busch spins. Around. Will there be a caution? Let's see what the, oh no caution yet. So Kyle Busch is able to keep going and there's no caution. That's unbelievable. He was in 4th place and now he's dropped the whole way back to 41st. Oh, more contact there. Let's get back up to the front of the field. It's Kenseth leading. Oh, more contact between the 48 and the 9. See here, now we're going through the smoke of the Kyle Busch spin. That 48 needs to get around that 9 car. Here comes Tony Stewart. You might pounce on him. He runs in 6. He's holding up a giant line of cars. We'll see how aggressive that 2 car is. And here comes that 16 and the 8. Oh, but now Rudd's holding off the 8. It's like further back in the back of the pack. See Jay McMurray in the 26 and the 25 car. There's a lot of contact coming off these corners. You see some guys get better runs than other guys when they get to that quarter panel. And we see a lot of close action off these corners. That's what we got to watch out. We already seen a lot of contact. And I think we're going to see that throughout the rest of this race. You see side by side the 19 of Sadler and the 22 of Blaney. Now here comes the 43 car. Oh, and look at all the damage on the 29, by the way. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but he had to get some sort of damage from contact. Obviously after this restart. Doesn't look like... You know what? He was involved in the Kyle Busch spin. Excuse me, that I understand now. That's right. That makes sense, right? It has all that damage. We'll keep an eye on that, though, and see how his car performs throughout the rest of the race. Now Rudd jumping back to 7th. Now Casey Kane, he's lapped down. He's getting passed by Dale Jr. Jr.'s now in 6th. Jeff Burton in 5th. Johnson in 4th. Stewart in 3rd. And Newman in 2nd. But Kenseth's still leading. He's doing really good in this race. He's led all the laps so far. We're on lap 11. We still have a ton of laps left. See further back in the pack, you see some of the guys who are trying to make their way through. Some guys have damage. Some of these guys back here have a ton of damage on them. You also gotta watch out. Kendall's gonna catch up to some lap cars. I'm not saying like right now, but definitely coming up. You used to watch out for lap cars if we don't get another caution. And if we get a long run, long green flag run, definitely we could see a chance of them running up on lap cars. And lap cars are usually not the easiest to pass in this track. See the lap time Stewart's been putting down. He put down a 30.875. You see Newman put down a 31, so a little bit slower. And you see Kenseth put down 31, so looks like Stewart's faster. Everyone else has been putting down 31s, and Stewart just put down a flying lap there, so we gotta watch out with his car. I think his car is pretty fast. I told you to watch out for him before the start of this race. We'll see how he does. Look at Mark Martin in 7th. He's having a great run. He wrecked out of... Yeah, I don't think he wrecked out, but he did wreck in the 500. But he's looking to rebound here and get himself a top 10. Be great for getting racing. Oh, caution flag is out. Question is, where is it for? Possibly a 36 car involved. I don't know if that 10 car's gotten more damage. We'll have to find that out. Let's cut the replay now. I think I found the reason for the caution. You see up ahead, Greg Biffle gets in the corner panel of Ricky Rudd, and that's gonna suck for Rudd. He was having a really good day. Spins him sideways. He hits the wall, and then he hits the wall in the front quarter panel, and then Truex with nowhere to go. Doesn't get a lot of damage from it, but enough to get him in the wall a little bit. Let's get another replay of that. Here's a good replay. Greg Biffle just comes fast in that 88th car on his quarter panel, and 88 came down on him, and 16 came up at the same time they made contact. And see, there's the damage on the 1 car. The 88 has some damage, but nothing to take anyone out. So let's cut the green now. We're gonna take the green flag again. On board with Jimmy Johnson for this restart. Here we come around the corner. We pace the cars in. Again, Kane's the only lap car at the moment. Here we come. You see, a yellow flag's out, but it's not going to be for long. And here we come. Green flag. The green flag waving. Here we go. Green flag on the restart. You see, Stewart gets a better launch. He's going to go to the inside Newman, but he has Kane blocking him on the inside. Down in the 1, he still gets a great run. Can he clear him? He can. He's going to look for the lead here. But that 17 gets a big run off the outside. And Johnson follows them. They break into turn number 3. See Kane between the two leaders. How will he interfere? Obviously, this could obviously change the outcome of the race if anything happens. But that 20 car is probably going to be real aggressive. He needs to pick off one of these corners and get a run to get around them. He's all over the back bumper. There are 3 cars basically in tandem right now coming into 3. Where you see Johnson going on the outside. He's going to get a run. And he has Junior coming on the inside. See further back in the back of the pack. Oh, this guy's have some damage. How will they affect the outcome of the race? There's Ricky Rudd and Martin Truex now 15 and 16. They kind of rebounded a little bit. They didn't get a lot of damage in that accident. And then here's that pack right now. You see now they're all passing him like a freight train around Casey Kane. Oh, Kurt Busch now hung on the outside by Jeff Burton. He's going to be stuck behind Kane. And Tony Stewart pulls out the second. He takes that from Newman. And the third is Junior, but here comes Gordon looking low. Newman's down 5th. And Johnson's in 6th. Burton in 7th. Or, sorry, excuse me, 8th. Biffle is in 9th, I think. I think the order shuffled out. We gotta let them pass around. Of course, they gave an accurate report here. I know that Gordon's in 3rd. Let's try this now. Matt Kenseth is in 1st. Tony Stewart 2nd. Jeff Gordon 3rd. Dale Jr. 4th. Ryan Newman 5th. Jimmy Johnson 6th. Jeff Burton 7th. Greg Biffle 8th. Kurt Busch 9th and 10th. Dave Blaney. Look at that. He is flying after winning the 500. He's going to use that momentum from the 500 win to maybe get some nice top 10, top 15 finishes, and possibly even make it into the playoffs. What are these lap times these slow cars are pulling off? You see right there, 32.9, 31.3. The big difference. Now Junior's on the inside, the 24 is able to pass on the outside. A little bit further back here. Wow, that one car has been all over the back of that 88 car for multiple laps now. There's Kyle Busch after spinning. He's in 33rd. Get that on board. Take him around. Let's get a lap around with the 10 car. He's obviously way further back. See, these cars kind of stretch out a little bit. Of course, they won't come back unless we get another caution. Obviously, I would be surprised if we don't get a caution. We have so many laps left in this race. It'll be exciting to see what happens. He's pulling it close to that 36 in Mayfield. See the 2 riders in front of them. We got 10 car inside. Now we're gonna switch over. Now you see that 17, here comes that 20. He's been closing the gap on that 17 car. He's been reeling them in fast. He got 30.972 up here in this corner. 30.972, 31.172. He's basically a full second faster than him on that last lap. And you can tell he's pulling in. Off turn number 4. Onto their front stretch. Will he be able to make a move this lap? Stewart's right there. Yeah, he's looking low. Can he get there? He is so close. He just needs to get underneath him, and they might be able to race it out for the lead, but he is not quite there yet. He needs to get momentum, and he needs to get a run off some of the corner, or has to get a run down the back straightaway, enough to be able to get side by side with him to make a pass. That 20 car has been really good this season, and we only are 2 races into the season. We are on lap 29 of 56. So we're at this point we're looking past halfway by a couple of laps. And here comes Stewart low. He's gonna make the pass on Kansas. Kansas now falling back. Will he be able to make a crossover? No, he can't. Kansas now going to be losing some ground. We'll have to see how the lap traffic affects Stewart. But at this point, Stewart can just pull away unless Kansas can find something in his car. He had a 31.224, 31.552. Again, slower on Kansas' end. Brilliant. He is right now on the front straightaway, crossing the line. You can see Stewart's caught up a lot. Now Stewart's on the front straightaway, so he's a handful of seconds back, but the difference will definitely allow Stewart to catch up really fast to those lap cars. And that will be when the race is on between these two. And that will allow basically anyone further back to catch up as well. You saw Gordon was back there. We'll go check in on that battle. You see Junior's now ahead. And you saw Johnson now pass Gordon, and now Johnson's gonna pass Junior. He's gonna take third away now, and he's gonna do fairly easily. So we'll have to see how he contends for the lead later in this race if he can. He now pulls on the front straightaway. You see Newman's back there. Blaney's falling back to 11th. This is a big line of cars back here. Denny Hamlin, Mark Martin, Jamie McMurray, Martin Truex, Ricky Rudd, Clint Boyer, and Brian Vickers all on the line. Now, Rudd underneath. This is going to get a little close off the corner and almost some contact, and they're sideways, but they save it. Is that Jeff Green back there? What place is he in? He's in 19th, so he's not doing terrible in this race. It's a pretty good finish for that team on Haas Racing. So Stewart's been able to pull pretty sizable lead at this point. Oh, but he's just getting into the corner now. So they've closed by about half a straightaway on the last like 2 or so laps. So this is there's definitely a big margin between the final car on the track and Stewart. Right now, almost 20 laps left in this race. So the laps are definitely clicking. See all these lap cards that could potentially pose a problem later on in this race. Michael Waltrip's in 25th, Johnny Sauter 28th, and Kyle was 27th. So of course, once they cross the line, their finish or their spot that they're in right now will be fixed. When they make passes, you kind of got to go around at the start-finish line for it to fix itself. So that's going to be a little tricky throughout the season to give accurate information, but we'll just have to work with that problem. Kevin Roderick's in 19th, Vickers in 18th, and that 66 is now passed. He's in 17th. As we only have about 20 laps left in this race. Here comes Stewart on the first lap car. It's Bill Elliott. He's going to pass him fairly easily. We'll see how it is when we get into heavier lap traffic. You see, he's now in the back bumper of that 10 car. Get an aerial view of how close the racing is. It is very close. You see that 17 passing underneath Bill Elliott. And here comes the 17 with a huge run. Can he make a move? Oh, he's getting ready. Oh, not quite. Sometimes it might take a couple seconds to figure out what you're gonna do. And that 10 car is now catching up to the 98. Will the 10 car make a move? And he does. He gets inside. I allow Stewart to go outside. Or Stewart will tuck back in. Let's go rear end camera from this. You're gonna see Stewart all over his back bumper. Oh, and here comes Kenseth low. But now Stewart's got to clear, and Kenseth's now stuck behind the 10. How far back is that third place car? I think that's Johnson now. Yeah, it's Johnson. How long will it take for Johnson to catch up with all these lap cars? That 17 car is trying to get around that 10 car. It's going to get a little close off the corner, but that 17 car lifts for the 10. Next is David Shremy in the 40 car for Ganassi. That 17 still stuck behind the 10. Oh, he's flying in there. What moves will we be able to make? He's gonna get right on the back bumper of that 40 car, maybe even loosen him up a little bit. These lap cars are a pain, so that might be the best tactic. I think Stewart's kind of scheming on this. He needs to get around these cars quicker. Kenseth might close back in. Kenseth's still stuck behind the 10. Never mind. See if that 17 can get around that 10. Will he make a move? Oh my gosh, that 17 is still stuck behind the 10. Same note goes with the 20 and the 40. Oh, he's gonna look low there. It's gonna get very close off the corner. They're gonna nearly wreck. That allows the 20 car to get inside of him. That was just maybe enough to get him around him, and he's gonna be able to make the pass and get around another Latin car, giving another buffer between he and second place. And that's allowed Johnson to close in. See how he can do around these lap cars coming up. Let's continue to watch Stewart, since he's the leader. Get all over the back bumper of that 38 now. Next target for Stewart is that 38 car, David Gilliland. What moves will we make? Can he get inside? Yes, he can. Here he comes. Down the inside comes Stewart. He's a 36 in front of him. Oh, he gets underneath him. Maybe contact, and he turns the 36 into the wall. And the 36 keeps going. No caution. Stewart may be frustrated with these lap cars. He's going to get into the 21 as well. He's going to nearly turn him and wreck him in the wall. Unbelievable. He gets a 20 in the wall. And he just booted 2 lap cars out of the way. It's not going to make those teams happy with him. Obviously, Stewart was probably not happy with the lap cars. But, man, it's difficult. We have a battle for second now going on. Kenseth's now out of the way of that 10 car. Now that puts the 48 in the way. But can the 48 make a move? That 10 car has been a major problem for those second place cars. Let's look further back in the field. You see Junior now, he's going to be able to pass. These lap cars are obviously posing a major problem. Junior's in 5th now. You see, there's Newman, he's in the 6th place. Oh, contact still with him, and he's going to turn to 37, and hard into the wall goes to 37. And he spins to the inside. That's probably going to be a caution. I believe so. Yes. Caution flags out. Ryan Newman dumps Phil Elliott. Another lap car has been taken out. Has 3 now. 2 by Stewart and 1 by Newman. Not surprised at all. Let's get another replay of that incident. We gotta catch that one live. So he barely gets underneath of him, and they kind of come down and they come together. You really can't put the blame on either of them. But luckily, that was a hard impact, but luckily no one else came in there and hit him. He was coming back down the track. So let's now cut to the restart. This is gonna get wild now. We don't have a lot of laps left in this race. Let's go cut to the restart. Stewart's leading. Let's see what happens. Pace car is off, and you see Stewart. There's Gillen and the 21 in between, and Johnson's in second. Here we come. Green flag. That 40 is gonna bumper, but here it comes inside with Kansas below him. Stewart now pulling to a lead. We don't have very many laps left. We only have 6 laps left now. 7. Excuse me. No, we have 6 laps left. Here comes Johnson, but Kansas now gonna pull ahead. But now Gillen blocks Kansas. Here comes the 48 low. 40's gonna be able to take over second. Now can he catch up and pass Stewart for the lead? And the question is, who's faster, Stewart or the 48 car Jimmy Johnson? 5 laps to go at Darlington. Maybe some more contact back in the back of the field. A lot of lap cars that are weaving in between the traffic. Now Kansas gets to the back bumper, that 48 car. Will he make the pass? Stewart now pulling to a sizable lead. Four laps remaining. Stewart into 1, and now Kansas passes Johnson for second place. And then 4th is Gordon. And look at this pack racing back in the back of the field. Unbelievable day for Tony Stewart. Maybe he didn't make a lot of friends on the racetrack, but if he pulls in the victory lane, it won't really matter for him. 3 to go. Stewart out of 2 now, down the back straightaway. Kansas not making any ground. Neither is Johnson. Gillen gets past, and the 4th place car is Junior, and the 5th is Newman. And Gordon behind him. I don't believe the 17 is going to be able to do it. 2 laps to go now for Stewart. You see the cars back in the back of the field. That's probably where most action is, but this is the most important part of the field. Down the back straightaway, 2 to go. Now 1.5 laps left, down into 3 and out of 4. Here we come, white flag, coming down the front straightaway for Tony Stewart, getting his first win of the season. Let's see if he can do it. In the 1 and 2, he is far away, and he dominates this race, passing Kansas, getting through lap traffic, maybe not making a lot of friends along the way, but he's going to be pulling this sucker in the victory lane out of turn 3 and going into turn 4. Here comes Stewart with a great car, and he's going to dominate Darlington and get the checkered flag. Tony Stewart wins it, and Matt Kenseth second. 3rd is Jimmy Johnson. 4th is Jeff Gordon. Junior, Newman, Biffle, Gillen is actually lap car, but here they come across the start-finish line, take the checkered flag. Oh, and contact! And 2 spinners down across the line. One is Yilly and the other is Ward Burton. The checkered flag being waved, they limp across the line. The Cardinals after the checkered, but Stewart wins it. unbelievable, unbelievably insane fashion. Nice drama mid-race with the lap cars. He's gonna pull that car around and celebrate tonight. This is our second points race of the season. Next will be Bristol for the Bristol Day race. And you see now Stewart's pulling into the pit boxes. You see everyone else pulling into their pit boxes. And kind of whooshing away. Let's get a replay of the accident, but before we wrap it up. Coming into 3 and 4, you see that 4 car gets just under the 44, and the 44 comes down, and they get together. Clipboard also with damage, and the 18 car spins out, as well as the 14 also stuck in this accident. They take the checkered flag. Unbelievable dash to the checkered flag, and Stewart wins. We'll see you next time at Bristol. Let's go over the schedule, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. Well, here's the schedule. Ignore the spelling issues on Rockingham. Not supposed to be Rockingham. I don't know what I was thinking. I did this late night, so. We already completed. Here, let me get our little draw tool from Windows. Let's get ourselves red. Yeah. We already did the duels. We already did the Daytona 500. And now we finished the Darlington night race. And guess what's next? It's Bristol, baby. The Bristol day race. After that, you see Phoenix, California, Infineon, Las Vegas, Kansas, Talladega, Texas. There might be schedule realignments or mid-season schedule changes because this is my first season, and there's definitely going to be a lot of things that are going to have to tweak during the season because I'm really into the season, and there's some tracks that I might want to cut, and there's some tracks I might want to add. Speaking of, I think Las Vegas, I don't know if that's going to be making it or get changed for another track. We might add even more tracks depending on how the season goes, but that's it for me. You know, what a race. Obviously I'll be posting more of my other content, but see you guys later, and have a good one.